How's it, guys? We're back at the Golfing Gods Fitment facility at Pearl Valley. We've got an interesting test today. So one of the golf suppliers in the industry, we had a meeting with them in the week, and they were of the opinion that all shafts are equal. So obviously we're not going to mention who the supplier is. It's not the aim of the exercise here. But we wanted to test it ourselves, and we wanted to see, and they specifically mentioned the HZRDUS and the Ventus Black. So we're going to test a Ventus Black 6X in a 2024 edition which has come out. We're going to test the Ventus Black 6X in the 2018 edition, the normal Velocore, and we're going to test the current HZRDUS Black. They're all the same weight, give or take a gram. They're all the same flex. They're all low spinning, low launching shafts. We're going to test them in a low spinning 9-degree head of a current latest model driver. And the test pilot's got the swing speeds that plays with the speckle shaft. And we're going to see, are they all the same? And if not, what are the differences? Okay, so there's the HZRDUS shaft. Let's give it a few hits, test pilot, and let's see what we get. Okay, so you've now got the 2018 Ventus 6X. Go for it. Let's see what results we get. Okay, so you've got now the 2024 Velocore Plus 6X, right? Autopilot, give that a little test hit. Okay, so now we're going to our summary. The top is the HZRDUS, the next one is the 2018 Ventus Black, and the bottom one is the 2024 Ventus Black. Now let's see if these things behave the same. Right, we can see in raw carry that there's a difference between all three shafts, with the HZRDUS carrying 239 meters on average indoors at sea level with this player. The 2018 Ventus is 4 meters longer. And then the 2024 Ventus is now further longer. So we've gone from the shortest being 239 to 243 to 252. So between the three shafts, we've got a big difference of 13 meters in raw carry. So in terms of the distance and how they carry, these shafts behave differently. Right. Let's look at clubhead speed, what's happening here. Now we can clearly see that with the HZRDUS, the player was swinging it slower than he was swinging the other two shafts. And I've got a feeling that's because this HZRDUS shaft is not as stable and it's moving around, and it's causing the player in their subconscious to slow down a little bit, maybe to catch the clubhead, to square it up. In terms of ball speed, we've got three differences as well. Yes, there's not a big difference between the HZRDUS and the 2018 Ventus, but then there's a massive jump to the 2024 Ventus, and we know that the 2024 Ventus is more stable than the 2018, and that is why we are getting better numbers with this player. That's what I think. If we look at the ball, the clubhead speed, there's very little difference in clubhead speed between the two Ventus shafts, but there is a big difference in ball speed, and their spin is the same. How does the spin compare with the HZRDUS compared to the Ventus's? Different spin. It's actually spinning less than the two Ventus shafts. So let's look at launch. Now we can see something interesting. We can see that the HZRDUS is launching slightly higher than the 2024 Ventus, but those two shafts are launching lower than the Ventus 2018. So these shafts are totally different, where you'll find where swing speed, ball speeds are quite close in the HZRDUS and a Ventus 2018, the launch is different. But then you'll find that the launch in the HZRDUS is close to the 2024 launch. And then you'll see that the ball speeds with the two Ventuses are similar. So there are similarities and there are differences, and they cross over between each other. So on the face of this, these are different shafts, they perform differently. Let's look at the dispersion. Okay, so looking at dispersion, because it's obviously this is a decent player and he swings it in a certain way that he likes little bleeders, we can kind of see everything's bleeding to the right hand side. The HZRDUS is this first one, and again you can see it doesn't go as far as the two Ventus shafts. The yellow is the 2018 Ventus, and this purple one is the 2024 Ventus, which we know goes further. So the dispersion pattern's great, it stays the same, so we're not going to get a different dispersion because we've discussed that's how the player swings it. But we can see the distances are different over here, and we know that the spin characteristics are different, we know the launch is different, we know the ball speeds is different, and you can see again it's a massive factor with a driver is distance. A driver is not an accuracy club, so there's definitely a difference between these three shafts. You've got short, longer, longest, and that's what you've got. So if you guys want to see more videos, like and subscribe, and happy hunting.